Hello and welcome to another video. In this one we're in the Ford Sierra Cosworth and these are our club races.
Yep, we've got 4 tracks all mashed into one video, so it's going to be we're starting off at Dragon Trail Seaside.
Yep, and rolling start and race underway. There's no fuel or tyres to worry about.
Yep, we've got Dave Speed in the lead with the rolling start. People don't get overtaken on the rolling starts. You've got the first corner coming up, and yep, that's deep by Dave Speed. He went off there, but no, and is that Jag? Yeah, Jag's caught the lead out of that.
Well, I think so.
Yeah,
and then there was a coming together.
Bit of bashing there going on.
But no, I mean we don't normally commentate on the club races. We normally just amalgamate them together as a bit of montage. But the reason I have is because it's the Ford Sierra Cosworth. I think it's quite a popular car, or it was back in the day. And there's some wonderful liveries on the cars, as you can see. And I just think, graphically, we said before, the game's good, and we just want you to see and enjoy a blast from the past, as it were.
Absolutely, and a blast from the past there as Robbie goes sliding off and gets a bit of a tank slapper on. Lovely police livery there on Jag's car.
Yeah, like I said, yeah, we've got.
It's only missing the blue light bar on the top.
Yeah, I think we've got quite a few good liveries there. The gold one there, which is Greg's, is quite a nice livery. It's like a XR4i livery, but it looks really nice. It's like Ford colours, and it's got the red trim. So watch out for that as it goes past. You'll see it in some of them.
Yeah. And the good thing about it all being in the same car is that it's close racing again. We see it. We've got 4 cars sort of nose to tail here as they're just approaching the wonderful death chicane.
Yeah, how did they cope around there? Not too bad, really.
That's only the first bit. It's the second bit which catches people out. Is anyone into the wall? Yes!
That was a Porsche. I don't know what a Porsche is doing there. Obviously, they didn't have the car, I would imagine.
That's the thing. I mean, if someone does turn up and they haven't got the car, we do allow them to use a sort of equivalent car, but they score no points.
Yeah, correct. And I see we're on SS tyres. So is that sports
soft?
Sports soft, is it? Just one tyre.
Yeah, no tyre wear in the club races, so everyone defaults for the softs. They do have the choice of running the mediums and the hards, but if there's no tyre wear, you'd be daft to go for the
so you'd rather use the faster tyre with no wear.
Robbie? Where they come from? Jag has got quite a bit of a lead there over Greg.
Yeah, although there is a bit of a gap there.
Isn't it normally the police that should be chasing the other cars?
Yeah, it should be. Say if I'm wrong here, but yes, but no.
It's like the Crims are trying to get their own back.
It's quite a stretch back to third, which is Dave Speed, I believe.
So what's happened there, which has caused that? That is quite a gap.
Yeah, and I don't believe.
That is the problem with these cars. If it goes in too deep on there, you can get a bit of a tank slap.
I'm not sure that Greg's particularly good at Dragon Trail Seaside, is he? Is that one of his tracks? I'm not too sure.
I don't know. I don't think it's a favourite. It's horses for courses, really. I mean, some people like it and some people don't. It's one of those, isn't it? I mean, I know that Technical's not in this race. Absolutely adores this track.
Why is Technical not? Oh, he wasn't about, was he? I don't think on this one.
I don't know why.
Greg's braking there is all over the place. He's really going for it. He's going for it in a big way.
He's pushing Jag quite hard down. I mean, look at the gap between them. There's nothing in it. As we approach the chicane of death again, I mean, the entry to the chicane is easy. It's the exit of it that gets hard, because you can easily clout that barrier on the right, that orange barrier there. And if you just catch that slightly, it just sends you into the opposite wall.
Yeah, so both doing well there to avoid that.
Yep, we're coming up to the end of the lap now. There's still Jag and Greg and sort of nailed together. A bit more of a gap that Jag's pulled out there, but
just as we
third. That's Honest John's got.
Honest John in third. But if we just touch back, obviously graphically again, this is another reason why I've done this. These cars really do look amazing, and the actual. I mean, we're going in car now, as you can see. Once the sun obviously is in the shade at the minute, but I'm sure you'll see that the full dash is completely replicated.
And we had a bit of a pause there for a moment. Don't know what happened, but a bit of a tap there as Greg's trying to go for the lead, and they're side by side going into the first chicane, but Jag keeps hold of it. And
we're just going to turn off the displays now, just so that you get a clear screen of the interior shots, because as I say, these do look amazing. If you look at the speedo, it's actually working. Rev gauge is working. The heater controls there on the left next to the steering wheel, and you've got the rail warning lights under the air vents, which is exactly how these cars work. So
I never drove a Sierra in real life. Did they handle like this? Obviously, if you rag it, they're probably going to be, yeah.
Yes, yeah, no, they're not too bad, to be fair. I did have access to a Cosworth for a little while, so I have driven the real thing. So yeah, very obviously can be very twitchy if you drive it like this. As I see, Greg has made the move stick and
we're naturally about nonsense.
But yeah, just like I said, we're not too worried about who's won the race in this. And there we go, we've got the passenger seat view. I just wanted you to, enjoy this as we did the championship. Most of us in the club really actually enjoyed racing these for a bit of fun. So they'll definitely have to make a comeback at some point, I would imagine.
I only wish it was a wet race so you could see the wipers going.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that'll be next time. We'll do that next time. We're going to leave Dragon Trail now, and we're going to Grand Valley South, or whatever it's called. Is it South? Grand Valley Short? I can't remember. We're going to pop over there now and see what's going on here. So rolling start as before, and race is about to get underway.
This is a classic game, classic track from the Gran Turismo stable. It's been in most of the other versions of Gran Turismo, with the exception of GT Sport. Slight changes on this one. They seem to have moved the location. It now seems to be coastal.
Yeah, it was inland before, wasn't it?
It was, yes.
So quite a gaggle of cars there going down there.
Again, as mentioned before, because they're all in the same car, we tend to keep everybody close together. Yeah, a bit of smoke, bit of dust being kicked up there from the gravel. See, we've got Kabil back in this one, have we?
Yeah, we've got Kabil in this one. We've got Robbie there in first, Kabil in second.
Tepik's in this one, and he's stone dead last.
Greg's in third. I wonder if he had an incident off camera and we didn't see it. We
More than likely
might have done.
Probably went too deep into the first corner, which is very easy to do. We're now approaching one of the bridges. I mean, the bridges are different in this game. They don't have. They used to be able to great big sort of orange girders across the top of the bridges, and that's not there on this version. Plenty of tunnels.
Was there a tunnel before in the original?
Yeah, there's been plenty of tunnels in these. This is, as we say, because it's the Grand Valley South. It's it's the shorter layout.
So it comes off the long
this
bit,
is coming up to the start-finish line here. So we've
got... Again, I noticed, look, great lap one, but cars all grouped together, really.
Yeah, but plenty of penalties about, I noticed.
So, it looks like 4, 5 and 6 are sort of together. The front ones, well, no, they are fighting as well.
Yeah, I think the Tepid's given up in 8th.
Yeah, we didn't see what happened there. There he is,
yeah.
But we didn't see what happened there.
I don't know. If you look at his sun visor, he's typical sort of Ford.
Yes, yeah, we will catch that. I think at Spa we get a good shot there.
Wayne and Tracy's sort of sun strip.
I think there was a bit of a collision there.
Bit of argy-bargy going on there. A lot of people serving penalties. Look at the smoke off of Greg's car.
What's that there? Matty off, Robbie off this. We'll have to take that back and have a look.
Who was that?
What's happened here? So there's Greg.
I mean, Greg's just... no problems there. I mean, Robbie went straight. Robbie went wide and just got. Greg just got tagged
up in it.
Yeah. Completely innocent party. Look at the smoke coming up.
I think that was just unfortunate for Greg there that he got caught up in that, because Matty got caught up in that as well. So a bit of a strange situation.
That is the big. I mean, we say about all the cars being close together when they're single make and you get good racing on there. But if one person makes a mistake, it's so easy to collect everybody else. Yes, and then you've got a big incident before you know it. Yeah. So I still love that police livery. It's brilliant. Does need the blue flashing lights. Yeah, it's pity you can't add them as an option. I do think, it's quite. I think it's a Metropolitan Police actually. So for us in the UK, that's London Police for people abroad. Yeah. So where are we now? So we're coming up to near the end. Oh no, we're not. We're still going. Still going at the moment, but they're just coming up to the line again. That's end of lap 3. But I mean, we're not going to run these to the end. They're just sort of they're just fun races. Normally, we're just giving a flavour. Like we said, we normally do a montage and a bit of music, but because these are so
good, these cars, and I just did want to comment a bit on how they looked. What we got going on here? Looks like there's some shenanigans there. Is that Robbie and Greg, I think?
Yeah.
We'll have to take that back and have a look and see what happened there.
Yeah.
Because this is the
Jag just goes off in sympathy.
This is the second spin for Greg, isn't it?
Yeah.
So where are we? So we're on board with Greg. Oh no, we're on board with Robbie behind him. Let's see what happens here. So Robbie's gone for a move.
Yeah, and just tag the left rear.
Caught the rear quarter there, a bit of a pit manoeuvre, really.
Yeah.
Obviously not intentional, but
No, I should hope not. But when you look at the
no, obviously not intentional. But I bet Greg was fuming twice in the same race. It happens. It happens to us all. You know, and to be fair to the game there, we're going to go back again by looks at it from another view. What's this on board with Robbie? Robbie's body
So
cam.
Robbie just goes for the inside as Greg turns in and just taps him on the left rear. Round Greg goes. Robbie has a bit of a moment, but manages to gather it all together.
To be fair, the game has given Robbie a penalty for that.
Yeah, I don't think it was it wasn't a malicious move.
No.
It wasn't a sharp punt, but. You know,
but frustrating as that driver that's been spun twice.
Yeah,
that is a frustrating thing in it at the time.
You start feeling that everyone's out to get you, and sort of you start spinning more than once on there. I only wish that the damage model on this game was a bit higher, so we had dented panels.
Yeah, that would be better, but I don't think they'd get away with the manufacturers. No. And also more effects on the car as in more slowly.
Yes.
Anyway, we're going to leave here now, and I think we're going over to Daytona. Is it, what's it called, the Tri-Oval or something like that?
Daytona Tri-Oval. Now, we've done this before in Mazda MX-5, so when you do it in a slow car, slipstream is king.
So we've got Victor on pole with a rolling start.
Yeah, but they're reverse grids, aren't they? So it's
Anton there in a monster livery.
Yeah, Greg. Anton's a bit of a monster. I seem to be making a lot of mistakes tonight. I don't know why, but there we go. But yeah, as Anton just sails past into the lead, but.
So going back to what you said, this is a race where really you do need to help each other.
Yes, you do. I mean, it's all right.
Otherwise, it's just a boring race. I take it.
It's all right, Anton getting out to the lead, but everyone else behind, if they all work together, they're going to catch him easily. Yeah, it's just a lot of slipstreaming and bump drafting. As we see, 3 cars all together. I hope they've decided to work together on this one.
Well, let's hope so. We haven't got much of this one because obviously once we get going, it is going to be a potentially a boring race to watch. They're going
as Tepix just goes down and tags the right rear of Matty, but
both
done there.
Yeah. This one is going to be really short because I didn't want you just watching them go around oval because you wouldn't find that very exciting.
Yeah, but look how close they all are.
And they do look good.
Absolutely, everybody is all within about 10 car lengths of the leader, so everyone's flashing their lights. Or was that just reflections coming off there? It looks like people flashing lights. A great big accident there as Matty goes off on his own.
Matty got taken off. Let's take you back briefly. Who was that? So we're on board with.
I don't know. We can't see the name.
So it's Matty. So Victor taps. By the looks of it, just on the oval there.
Everybody up.
And then that's what's going to happen, as you were saying earlier, when you're racing close and you're all in the same car.
One person goes and everybody gets caught up in it, but just look at the smoke that was pouring off the tyres there.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you can see, it has got a bit more spaced out now. I mean, there's 2 there together, but it's quite spaced out. So I think we'll move on now to the final race, which I believe is Spa, and I think there's supposed to be some rain.
I like the use of the word "supposed to be."
Well, we can touch on that about this game when we get there, but just hang around and we'll switch over to Spa.
Okay, so now we're at Spa and we're just going into Eau Rouge here with the Cosworths. We've got Victor in the lead again. How's he managing that? That was brief. Now Greg's
in the lead. Robbie third, Tepix 4th, Jag 5th. That's your top 5. And as you can see, very close racing yet again, all in a line. I know we've only just started, but and we've got a clear shot of Tepix, Richard and Tracy car there, or whatever it was. Wayne and Tracy. Yeah, there you go. Hang on, what's happening there?
Greg's had a bit of Tepix taken full advantage of that and gone into the lead. Now the problem with this track is that we know that it can rain. They do feature rain in this.
Let's just go back to Greg to see what happened here, because he was in the lead. So I'm not sure.
It breaks for
so Victor's come
Victor
down
comes in and turns into him, and
Greg just goes straight on. Is that the physics? Is it making him go straight on?
Yeah,
because it's a bit,
I think so,
bit of a strange one there.
Yeah.
So yes, we were going to talk about the weather quickly because we've got time, because nothing's happening at the minute really. Obviously enjoy it quickly. So yes, in this game you can set it so that it's going to rain at, say the whole race is divided up into 10 bits, as it were. You can decide it's going to rain on bit 3, 4 and 5, for example.
Yeah.
Does that mean it will actually rain on 3, 4 and 5?
Well, that's a contentious point, because you'd like to think it does. If you set it up to rain on points 3, 4 and 5, it's a bit of an anticlimax when it doesn't.
Yeah.
So you notice that in the game sometimes, is you can set the whole track to be random weather conditions, and it will say it's going to have a downpour within the last sort of like 10 laps, and the downpour doesn't come.
So on this particular track, we had set, I think, middle of the race.
Yeah.
I think the middle 2 bits we were talking about, and that does depend on the laps, to rain. So I think you can't see it, but we did have weather radars on, and there was rain coming in at some point.
Yes, it does show up on weather radar.
But you won't see it.
No, it's got different colours of intensity. So you got sort of like light blue is light rain, all the way up to purple rain.
Lovely.
Someone did a song about that.
Yes. So and we're on racing tyres for this one, so you will have to pit if you need wets or intermediates, presumably.
The thing about the sports tyres which we were on is if it rains, you've got absolutely no grip at all. And we cut to, we have got rain conditions, and we've got Rob and Jag in the pits. Now, is that a good move, or is that a mistake? As we've said on this, the rain can be, you can set it to be a downpour, and it can be a light sprinkling of rain. It's a shame that you can't see the weather radar.
Yeah, we can't see that. But I have noticed the car headlights are on.
Yes,
they weren't
so it is
on
dark,
earlier.
it's overcast, you can see that.
So have Robbie and Jack played a blinder here by going in?
It's possible.
Putting on some wets or intermediates.
It's possible, because everyone else, bearing in mind that these are racing tyres, these are slicks. And they've got no tread on them, so if the track gets wet, Rob and Jag, if they put on the wet tyres, have played an absolute blinder, because everyone else is just going to be sliding around.
And isn't Spa quite a long lap?
Yes, it is.
Especially in these
it's over 4 miles.
Especially in Sierra Cosworth, because it's a road car.
It's sometimes known, when you watch Formula 1 races on it, it can be dry on one half of the track and pouring down with rain on the other half. But I don't think it takes that into account on this game. It just sort of, when it rains, it sort of covers the entire track.
Well, Tepic doesn't seem to be struggling here.
No, which gives the impression that it's either very light rain or it's not raining at all and it's just overcast. He's not got the wipers on, we can't see any sort of droplets on there, we can't see any spray coming up from the wheels. I've got a nasty feeling that Rob and Jag have been called out on this, and the game's done one of its usual, it's going to rain, no it's not.
Well, they're stone dead last there in 5th and 6th.
And Tepic's just, it looks like he's in a different time zone at the moment, there's no one anywhere near him.
But he's miles ahead.
Yeah.
Nearest place is 2nd place, funny enough.
Honest John.
And that is Honest John.
Yeah. But, when you see the wet tracks, the wet races on this, you do see the spray being kicked up. As we've now gone back to the final lap, we're in dry conditions.
And his sun's out again by the looks of it.
Gone?
Did he have a disconnect?
I think he had a disconnect. Yes, there was a,
because he led for most of the race, and then obviously I think on the last lap he had a disconnect.
Yeah, there was
because there's only 5 there left in the race, and it is Honest John that's going to take the flag.
Yeah.
Anyway, I know it's a bit different. I hope you enjoyed it, and like I said, it was just something to do a bit different. Obviously, we'll go back to our normal videos as well, which will be coming up, depending on when and what time this video comes out. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Hit the like if you did, and we'll see you in another.
Bye.